Hey guys, we're back with another behind the scenes video. This time we're taking on fun with Lego. And the idea for this one, I have no idea where it came from. But when I thought of the idea of a giant Lego cock, it made me burst out laughing. I also like the notion of taking something as innocent as playing with Lego and turning it into something totally inappropriate. And I think you'll agree I accomplished that. If you don't, ask my mother. She couldn't even get halfway through the video without leaving the room in horror. First off, let's start with shooting. I had a good idea for coverage and what I needed to get, so I gave myself an eye line in both shots. The far shot was this Mario plush back here, and in the close-ups it was just a shiny spot on my office chair. I then shot the plates for Ronnie, and that's it. For the modelling I used Cinema 4D, and rather than build a Lego man model from scratch, I did a search online and I found one on Grayscale Gorilla for free. You can check that out in this link here. For the penis model, I built that from scratch using a great plugin I found on C4D tools called Lego 4D. It allows you to make a crazy amount of Lego blocks in all shapes and sizes without ever having to model a thing. The awesome thing about it is, it's only $2.99. To check that out, click this link here. I won't go into the specifics of how I made the giant Lego cock, but suffice to say, it took more than a few hours and a lot of Lego blocks. Now let's talk about animating Ronnie. I didn't use traditional rigging, mainly because I'm a terrible animator, and I don't really know how, so I just keyframed and bluffed my way through it. To animate Ronnie's face, however, was a different story. It's a combination of After Effects, Illustrator, and Cinema. Aquamorph Productions has a great tutorial on lip-syncing Lego animations, and I merely modified it to suit my needs. I don't want to steal their views because it's a great tutorial, so you can check that out here. Once my lip sync was done, we import that onto Ronnie's face. To do that, select his head material from the material panel, click on the texture. Here you see we have two shaders, one white and one black. We use them in a combination to achieve the look. The white represents the black on screen and the black fills in the white. To animate them, we click on the shader, select our exported image sequence, and then click the animation tab and hit calculate. It interprets the files and you can see we have our frames. I adjust the frame rate to the correct timing, and our last step is to head down to the editor and tick Animate Preview. This allows you to see the animation from within the application without having to render frames. In order to time the animations to my actions, I followed the same process as the facial animations. I exported the shot as an image sequence and then applied that sequence to a background element in Cinema. That way I could animate within the bounds of the final shot. Once all the animation was rendered out, it was time to composite it all in After Effects. The hardest part for me was putting that Lego dick in my hands. Originally, I just had a spirit level, this thing, as something to hold comparative size, and rather than paint that out, the dick would just be placed over it. I then duplicated the background footage, masked out my hands, and placed shadows on to further sell the effect of me actually holding it. To animate the mask, I tracked the original footage to a null, copied and pasted my mask onto a solid, pre-composed the null, object, footage, and solid, then parented the solid to the null as well as the dick. From there, I pre-comped the solid once more, and then changed the transfer mode to Silhouette Alpha, and it's done. You now have an animated mask with no need to keyframe anything. If you have any more questions about anything I did here, hit me up in the comments or on my Twitter, and don't forget our Facebook. I loved making this video, so please share it with everyone you know and make them just as uncomfortable as my mum. Have a great Christmas and have an even better New Year. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.